Welcome to In Service of Seniors. Thank you for your interest and for taking time out of your busy schedule to learn about volunteering with us. With your help, we are able to fulfill our mission to help Allegheny County seniors live healthy and safe with dignity at home. In Service of Seniors provides volunteer support for seniors who are living independently in their own homes so they may continue to live at home for as long as possible in the most healthy way possible. We do that with the help of people like you. Our volunteers come from all walks of life, including students, full and part-time workers, retirees from all varieties of professions, and stay-at-home parents, for example. We help volunteers like you connect with and provide assistance to older adults in your own community. Depending on your interests and abilities, you may provide rides to medical appointments or the grocery store, helping seniors access food and health care when they are unable to drive, or pick up a food pantry order for someone who isn't able to get out of their home, or provide a friendly visit to someone who is feeling lonely. You'll increase your connection to your own community, and you'll become part of a group of hundreds of In Service of Seniors volunteers in Allegheny County. In Service of Seniors also is part of a United Way initiative called Open Your Heart to a Senior, which promotes programs like ours that get volunteers involved to help older adults. Let's watch a short video showing a volunteer and a senior from In Service of Seniors and see how meaningful volunteering can be. The topics we will go over in this volunteer orientation are covered in greater detail in the Volunteer Handbook, found online, so please feel free to follow along. Today we will give an overview of the following: the In Service of Seniors program, general volunteer policies and guidelines, volunteer rights and responsibilities, confidentiality, setting boundaries, common health issues among seniors, what to do in an emergency, and identifying senior abuse. Let's get started. There are well over 200,000 people living in Allegheny County who are over age 60. Many are doing just fine. However, many also need help with simple tasks to help them continue living independently at home. That's where In Service of Seniors comes in. We use a grassroots model to match volunteers with seniors in their neighborhood who need a little practical assistance. In Service of Seniors Pittsburgh and In Service of Seniors North are sister programs that serve seniors age 60 plus throughout Allegheny County. In Service of Seniors Pittsburgh is a program of Wesley Family Services and covers the city of Pittsburgh as well as the east, west, and southern suburbs of Allegheny County. In Service of Seniors North is a program of North Hills Community Outreach and assists seniors living in the northern suburbs of Allegheny County. These two programs work in tandem to meet the needs of seniors in Allegheny County who need a little extra assistance. While the programs are separated by geographic area, we work together and our volunteers are free to help seniors in any area of Allegheny County, regardless of location or agency affiliation. As you can see from this slide, there are many ways to assist a senior in our program. Currently, we are most in need of volunteer drivers. Our seniors often need rides during the daytime to medical appointments, the pharmacy, and the grocery store. So there are driving opportunities throughout the day and on weekends. In addition to rides to the doctor, requests for grocery shopping are very popular. A volunteer can provide this service by either taking a senior grocery shopping or simply going to the store and delivering the groceries for the senior. Either way, seniors are able to access fresh, healthy food more often. Another valuable way to be involved with a senior is through friendly visits. Friendly visits usually occur once a week between a senior and a volunteer. This activity typically lasts between an hour and a half and helps to provide companionship and reduce loneliness and isolation. We also need volunteers to help seniors sort and read their mail. This is a valuable volunteer service because seniors might have issues with low vision, which makes reading mail a challenge. And sometimes seniors are so bombarded with junk mail that they can benefit from a volunteer's assistance to help navigate which mail requires attention. As they age, seniors might find doing yard work to be more of a challenge, including lawn maintenance, weeding, and leaf raking. As a result, there are requests for volunteer yard work assistance from time to time, particularly in the spring and fall. And during our snowy Pittsburgh winters, volunteers are needed to shovel seniors' sidewalks and front steps so they can leave the house without risk of falling, and so in-home care workers and Meals on Wheels deliveries can reach their front door. For those of you who enjoy phone and clerical work, there are plenty of opportunities for you to assist in our office. We always need help with data entry, surveys, and sending correspondence. Lastly, we offer a program called Safety for Seniors. Through this program, volunteers in groups of 2 or 3 go into the homes of seniors and identify potential safety hazards and install smoke detectors. This volunteer activity requires an additional training, so please contact your volunteer coordinator if you are interested in more information about Safety for Seniors. In Service of Seniors is available for free to any older adult over age 60 in Allegheny County, regardless of income. However, many of the seniors who utilize our services have limited resources and support and would not otherwise have access to the types of services we provide. Last year, we were able to help 1,700 seniors. With your help, that number will be even larger this year. One of the biggest areas of need for seniors in Allegheny County is transportation assistance. With the help of volunteers, over 5,000 one-on-one rides and 7,800 shuttle rides were provided to seniors in the past year. As a result, 91% of our seniors were able to increase or maintain their ability to keep appointments. In addition, we were able to professionally install 246 bathroom grab bars and indoor handrails through our Safety for Seniors program, which helps to reduce fall risks for our seniors. In total, volunteers were able to offer an amazing 22,000 hours of their time to improve the lives of their elderly neighbors. When we conduct our customer service surveys, seniors are quick to mention all the wonderful benefits that our volunteers have provided. Please take a moment to check out some of these direct quotes from our seniors about our program and volunteers. As a volunteer, know that you will soon be having a profound impact on the lives of seniors you help. Now we will discuss some basic information about volunteering. Please know that there is more detailed information about these topics beginning on page 5 of your volunteer handbook, available on our website. We will start with the question, who can be a volunteer caregiver? Volunteers with our program are caring and compassionate community members. If you are participating in this orientation, you very likely fit that criteria. In addition, volunteers are required to complete a volunteer application, provide 2 references to support eligibility, and complete the Pennsylvania State Criminal Background Check and Child Abuse Clearance. If you're a volunteer who is interested in driving for the program, you also will need to complete a driving record check and provide a copy of your current driver's license and auto insurance card. Seniors can potentially be a vulnerable segment of our community. While we know volunteers are kind-hearted individuals, we also want to do our best to ensure the safety of the seniors enrolled in our program. If you have questions or concerns about these requirements, please reach out to your volunteer coordinator. Next, we'll answer the question, what is the role of friends and family? For the purpose of this discussion, we are referring to the volunteers' friends and family. At this time, only those who attend the volunteer orientation and complete the process we outlined earlier are able to provide the services through In Service of Seniors. These responsibilities cannot be transferred to a friend or family member. When a group is volunteering, ideally at least one member supervising the group project will have completed this orientation. On occasion, we'll conduct group volunteer events with the seniors' understanding that the volunteers have not attended orientation. Typically, group projects are events like yard work projects. All youth group projects must be supervised on-site by an adult. The next question addresses accepting gifts from a senior. Volunteers are not permitted to accept gifts of any value from a senior. If you ever have questions about accepting gifts, please feel free to contact your volunteer coordinator. Finally, if you ever have a grievance, please reach out to your volunteer coordinator. The staff at In Service of Seniors wants to ensure that you have a positive volunteering experience. If you feel that your grievance is not being addressed, your volunteer coordinator can connect you with his or her supervisor for further assistance. Naturally, there are several policies in place for the purpose of protecting you, the seniors, and the program. First, the Volunteer Protection Act of 1997 was signed into law to remove volunteers from liability while acting within the scope of their responsibilities in 501c3 organizations, as long as their actions are not due to willful and criminal misconduct, gross negligence, or flagrant indifference to the rights of the people harmed. For example, if you are volunteering and something were to happen to the senior, such as a fall, you would not be considered liable for that incident as long as you were acting within the scope of your volunteer services when it occurred. Unfortunately, situations may occur that require the release and dismissal of an individual volunteer. This decision will be made in the best interest of the In-Service of Seniors program and its care recipients. Likewise, a recipient's behavior could result in the cancellation of volunteer services. It is our hope that training, proper recipient assessment, careful supervision, and effective problem resolution will limit any need to terminate a volunteer. While performing volunteer services, there are several factors that would lead to being released from volunteer services. Neglecting assigned and agreed responsibilities, failing to follow written policies and procedures, verbal, physical, or sexual abuse, theft, use of illegal drugs or abuse of a legal drug, racism or discrimination, proselytizing for your faith or maligning any faith group, disregard for safety, and or violation of confidentiality may result in release of a volunteer. Please note that release can be without advance notice or without any opportunity to appeal the decision, depending on the situation. For more information, please review pages 6 and 7 in your handbook. We want to make sure you have the best experience possible, and our staff members take steps to ensure that you have a safe and enjoyable time volunteering. As a volunteer, you can be assured that a staff person at In-Service of Seniors has completed an in-home assessment with every care recipient. At the home visit, we are looking to ensure that the senior's home is safe and clean. At the same time, we are observing whether there are any behavioral or memory issues that could pose a problem for a volunteer. Additionally, please know that you always have the right to refuse a volunteer assignment for any reason. If you are unhappy with a match that is made, please call the office to inform your coordinator. We truly want to do our best to ensure the safety of our volunteers, as well as to make sure your volunteer experiences are pleasant. When volunteering, we ask that you are punctual and dependable, being sure to show up on time to assist your senior. If for some reason you need to cancel a volunteer assignment, please notify your coordinator as soon as possible in order for other arrangements to be made. As you are volunteering, please be respectful of and courteous toward the senior you are helping. After you complete volunteer assignments, please report your volunteer hours to your coordinator. Reporting your hours is important to ensure the longevity of our program when staff are seeking program funding. For more information on your rights and responsibilities, please consult pages 7 and 8 of your handbook. There are several straightforward limits on volunteering responsibilities. These limits seek to protect both you and the senior you are serving. For example, please be punctual when helping a senior and only provide the service assigned to you. If you have questions about a service assigned to you, please feel free to reach out to your volunteer coordinator. In order to maintain boundaries with your senior, we advise that you do not give out your personal phone number. If they have your personal phone number, some seniors may feel inclined to contact you directly for volunteer requests, which can get complicated very quickly. We always encourage seniors to contact the office with any requests to avoid potentially burdening you with these requests. Volunteers are encouraged to maintain professional boundaries by avoiding involvement in family affairs, lending money, giving legal or medical advice, or discussing personal agendas. One primary element of maintaining healthy boundaries is to respect the confidentiality of our seniors. Assistance from you as a volunteer, our seniors are trusting that you will not disclose their information to anyone. This information can range from a senior's name or address to the nature of a senior's medical appointment. Please know that you can share any concerns or necessary information with staff at In Service of Seniors, since we are the seniors service provider. However, please keep in mind that it is not okay to share information with anyone else, including your friends and family or the senior's friends and family. The senior has the right to choose to whom they disclose their information. In addition to protecting our seniors, we also place a very high priority on protecting you. Providing help to another person is very rewarding, but can also be stressful if you are focusing more on the other person than you are on yourself, or if you try to help in a way that is at odds with your interests, abilities, and availability. As a volunteer, it is incredibly important to practice self-care. For example, choose volunteer opportunities that are comfortable for you. There are many ways to volunteer. Please don't feel obligated to do anything that makes you feel uncomfortable. Pace yourself when you get started with volunteering in order to avoid feeling overextended. We encourage you to be open and honest with staff about how things are going. If you have a negative experience, please let us know so we can offer support and work to ensure that you have more positive volunteering experiences. Finally, if for some reason you need to take a break from volunteering, even if it's for personal reasons unrelated to In Service of Seniors, please let your volunteer coordinator know. We understand life can get busy, and we respect that you might need to pull back from volunteering for a time. A challenge that sometimes comes up for our volunteers is having the ability to say no. As a volunteer, you are a compassionate individual who wants to help. If a senior is asking you to help with something, it might feel difficult to say no. There are several questions to consider when a senior is asking for help. Is the task acceptable and permitted? Is there enough time? Is there another person or resource that could provide more appropriate assistance? If you ever have a question about whether you can or should do something as a volunteer, please reach out to your volunteer coordinator. Likewise, your volunteer coordinator and the other staff at In Service of Seniors are aware of resources that might be more helpful and appropriate to assist the senior. As a volunteer, it is important to remember that, while everyone is getting older, everyone also is going to have their own unique experience. Some seniors may handle issues of aging very gracefully, and others might be encountering a lot of challenges that leave them frustrated. It can be difficult for them to manage not being able to do the things that they have been able to do for most of their lives. As a volunteer, you may meet seniors that handle aging very well, or you may meet seniors that are struggling with aspects of aging. The important part is to have empathy for these challenges and be ready to support seniors in whatever stage they are in. On page 13 of your volunteer handbook, we review some common health concerns for older adults. As you probably know, seniors are at high risk for health issues such as heart attacks, strokes, dementia, and Alzheimer's disease. When working with a senior, it can be helpful to be aware of some challenges seniors might experience. Sometimes vision, hearing, or sense of smell can be diminished. Knowing the ways these senses can impact communication and safety can aid in assisting a senior. If you notice that your senior may be experiencing a change in their health, especially related to mental decline, please contact us immediately. In addition to preparing yourself with information about aging, it is also important to prepare for different situations that might occur while volunteering. For example, what if you go to a senior's home and they're not answering the door? We suggest knocking loudly and waiting several minutes for a senior to respond, as it can sometimes take a senior a little longer to hear the knock and get to the door. If you continue to receive no response, try giving the senior a call. If you don't get an answer, please call your volunteer coordinator. We have emergency contacts on file for our seniors that we can reach out to, just to make sure the senior is safe. Another possible dilemma is a senior falling while you are volunteering. If this should occur, please call 911. Do not attempt to help the senior up, even if they are insistent. By trying to help a senior back up, you run the risk of injuring the senior or yourself. Lastly, if you suspect a senior is being abused or neglected, contact your volunteer coordinator as soon as possible. We are mandated to report any concerns of abuse or neglect to Adult Protective Services, and will follow up by filing a report if necessary. When providing transportation assistance to seniors, you are providing a valuable service that connects seniors to much-needed resources in the community. We have a few tips for volunteering for transportation to make the experience run smoothly for both you and the senior. Upon accepting a volunteer transportation opportunity, please call the senior to confirm details, such as pickup time. If a senior needs a hand getting in or out of the car, please feel free to lend this support. The seniors enrolled in our program do not require any significant help getting in and out of a car, so you will not be expected to lift or transfer anyone. Please know that you may not use a senior's car for transportation. When going somewhere that requires paid parking, the senior is expected to pay for the parking. Finally, only individuals who have formally completed our training requirements are able to transport seniors. As a volunteer, you will be able to review and accept volunteer opportunities on a web-based application called Ride Scheduler. This allows for great flexibility as a volunteer. With Ride Scheduler, you are able to review and accept opportunities based on your individual availability. We ask that you report your volunteer hours at least once a month in order for our records to be up to date and correct for reporting purposes. Your volunteer coordinator will review how to submit your hours. Finally, as mentioned earlier, you are required to obtain background clearances for the safety of our seniors. These clearances include a criminal background check, child abuse clearance, and a driving record check. Your volunteer coordinator will discuss these topics in greater detail when you meet. We really want to ensure that your volunteering experiences within service of seniors are positive. There are so many benefits of volunteering, both for our seniors and for you. Research has shown that volunteer activities can strengthen the social ties that protect individuals from isolation during difficult times, while the experience of helping others leads to a sense of greater self-worth and trust. If you have any additional questions or concerns after completing this orientation, please contact your In-Service of Seniors coordinator by phone or email. We appreciate your time and your interest in volunteering, and we hope that you found this training to be helpful. Welcome to In Service of Seniors.